Okay, I did, as you can tell, I'm on an airplane, and I was looking at that first video that I recorded last 8 weeks for this class, and I realized there was a lot of information on there that did not apply to this online class. Therefore, I wanted to try to create just a short little overview so that everyone's in the same place. This class did officially start October 15th, which was last Tuesday. And so the way assignments will go, each week will end on the Tuesday night at 11:15 p.m. So you'll notice there are some assignments due October 22nd. So that will be the full 1 week of the class period. So the class will end December 10th. But each week, all your assignments, if you want to stay on task, you can still submit them after that due date, but there'll be points taken off. So you need to be sure and stay on task. But I'm going to go through a little bit of the software here and show you if you are not a multimedia digital design student, then you may not have an Adobe Creative Cloud license. If you are a multimedia digital design degree student, then this would be a good time to purchase that license, which actually it's just a monthly $19.99 and opens up all the Adobe software to you to download on up to two machines at the same time. So if you do not have an Adobe ID, that's the first thing that we're going to get into Canvas. I'm going to go over it a little bit and then show you the Adobe ID. So I'm going to share screen here. And also I'm going to stop my video. Okay, so um, if you're into Canvas, the title of our course, I changed it to Multimedia Second 8 Weeks Online. So normally, this is a 3 credit hour course, so you need to allow enough time because normally you would be in the classroom 3 hours a week. So, and that some of this work must be done even outside of that. So you need to unless you already know the Adobe software, you will be spending probably at least 4 hours a week trying to get this class completed. But it is a fairly fun class. I noticed I had some one from health sciences, and so hopefully you'll enjoy what you learn here. But this one here, this video, you're welcome to watch it. It was my whole first lecture class in the first 8 week hybrid class where they were lectured. So that's why I did want to create another one that I'm going to post here. And of course, the first thing to keep you from being AW'd, I sent out an email this morning and I have to turn in AWs if I've had no contact with you as a student by noon tomorrow. So I needed to have you to get all your meet the class in by midnight tonight, if at all possible. So you need to communicate with me if you're having a struggle with that, either through email or uh, that's the best way to get a hold of me and let me know why you haven't completed that. And you'll notice in the welcome meet me first, you can't even get to the other modules until you've completed this. There are 2 textbooks listed here. And this textbook is very important to start with. Last semester, students, that was the first time I had them purchase this to learn Adobe XD. This semester, I've decided this is an optional. If you've already bought it, it is very beneficial. Takes you through the steps to learn Adobe XD, and you do get credit for the tutorials. But if you learn better by shorter tutorials or YouTube tutorials rather than go through the tutorial lessons, but this book comes with videos too as a web edition to the book. You can go to peachpit.com, which is the authors of this Adobe Classroom in a book. And if you click here, you'll see what I'm talking about. As this book is one of the Classroom in a book, which those of you that have taken any of the Adobe classes would know. And here is where you can purchase it. Of course, you can also purchase it at the bookstore. You only need the ebook unless you want the printed version. And if you get the ebook, you can go here to Peach Pit you can create an account here and sign in. It's free. And you would go to the /register page. Like when I sign in here, it may take a few minutes being here on the plane thing. I sign in, then there will be a place that shows all the books that I have purchased, and it goes to my account, and you'll notice that it says launch here. And so if you do purchase this book, you get a web edition, which will have also videos that help you learn XD. And this reason this is so important, even those of you that are not multimedia digital design students, XD is a free Adobe app, but it's used to create prototypes of, you can do prototypes of mobile apps, you can do prototypes of websites. It's used for a lot of things. I'm going to show you a little video clip here on Adobe that will help you know what it's capable of. But your first assignment, for sure, that is due on Tuesday night, the 22nd, is using the design principles in the non-designer's design book. So this one also, there's an EPUB of it, or of course it's you can get it in the bookstore. This is what it looks like. It's not a very thick book, but it will help you in digital design throughout your career. And if you're in business, taking any business degrees, business marketing, social media marketing, the design that's in here is very good principles, and we talked about it some. I have some lectures that you can look at from this semester on the design principles. But inside here, you'll notice that I state your final project will be completed using XD. So within the first 4 weeks, you need to become very comfortable with Adobe XD. I had students last semester wait until the very last minute, and then they had trouble getting their final project idea completed because they didn't know how to use the software. So there's a couple places if you choose not to go through the lessons here. Then there are some tutorials at the Adobe side. But once you have turned this in, you'll notice here's how to get a hold of me as far as my office hours, and I'll do a Zoom meeting during my office hours, or you can come by my office. I'm available pretty much all day Tuesday until 4:15, and on Wednesday I have a class up until 5:30. So if you needed to meet after your work, I can meet with you at 5:30. So that's something that is an option too. All right, so if we go back here to the home in Canvas, there's also a little, if you are interested, a little bit about myself, if you need help. Now, this is going to take you, when you click on here, directly to the Adobe site where you can create an Adobe ID. A lot of you may have an Adobe ID. It's free to create. This is the place where you would do that. And once you create your ID, then you're able to download XD free of charge. If you have the Creative Cloud, then that's not something that you have to do. But we'll be using Illustrator, Photoshop, and InDesign. You'll do a couple of little tutorials just to get you familiar with those 3 pieces of software. So if you're not a design student or degree student, you would probably want to download the free trials. But the Creative Cloud is just incredible for $19.99 a month, which keeps you updated with all the software. And even if you're not a design major, it has a ton of stuff in here. There's also marketing commerce apps in here. But the ones that we'll be using, if you go over here to creativity and design, XD is the one, first of all, that I want you to get on your computer because it is free. It also comes as a mobile app, and you can create and you do need to download it to your mobile device because the project at the end will require that. See, it says try XD free, so you can download it if you do not have it. But here's some of the things that it's good for. It shows you here. Um, Adobe XD is a powerful, collaborative, easy-to-use platform that helps you to create designs for websites, mobile apps, voice interfaces, games, and more. So you can actually work together with XD. It's all in one, so you're all in sync. XD has everything you need to work efficiently, and I'm going to play this for you so you can get an idea of how robust this app is. It may not be that it's going to help you. Hopefully you'll be able to hear this also. If not, you can play it on your own. Oh, it's not playing. It's probably because I'm in the plane. So whenever you go over, you might want to go ahead and play that, and you can explore the features here. Maybe this one will play for you. Actually, these are just showing you it's not a video, but you can edit in other Adobe products and bring them in. So XD delivers dozens of powerful features. Got an idea to make XD better. They even take the comments, but it can make an active app or web design. Once you finish with it, you can share it as if it was a live app, and can be watched on the phone. So you create what's called prototypes, and you see they're holding it on their phone, and they can actually connect the buttons and all and make things work. So it's pretty cool. Sometimes when you have an idea of an app, which is what your final project is now, you can't, it's hard to explain, but you can actually create artboards, they're called, and screens that will go from place to place. So here it tells you a little about it and the plugins that work with it. So here and down at the bottom, you can see download XD is the starter plan free. If you're just an XD user and that's all you care about, then this would be the only one that you needed for this class. Then up here, if you decide not to get the classroom in a book, you can click on that learn option, and there will be, this is where that video is that tells you. This is the video Blend Your Way Index 23. Hopefully this will play for you. If not, you can see where I went to get to it. 2 minutes, blend mode. Oh, I guess this is just going to give you a little bit of a tutorial on just the blend modes. Okay, so what that was probably not important to you unless you used XD because it's showing you some enhancements. But down here are some actual tutorials, get to know your assets, design for every season. Um, but here are the things that really show you the beginnings of how to use XD, whether you want to use it to prototype your designs or are ready to make the switch, importing your existing sketch project. That is also a free Adobe app that can be downloaded on your phone, and you can sketch. Like if you were an artist, there's some things they do. And then here are here's a 5 video series called Prototyping 101, which is what you're going to be doing for your final project. But this kind of skips over a lot of the basics. So it is totally up to you. If you learn better through a structured environment, I would highly advise you to purchase that XD book because within 6 weeks you're going to be working on your final project in XD, and these more zero in on specific tasks. So that's why in our actual canvas, I tell you where you should be in that book along the way. And if you're not doing that book, then of course that won't apply to you. So that takes us back to the one of the first. You'll notice that all these at the YouTube Fall 19 channel is the ones that I did in the lecture class this fall. So you're welcome to watch those, see if they help you. But week 1, which actually we're already in that, and so I just gave you somewhat of an introduction to Adobe XD, and that's what this is about. But it also says that we will have the introduction to the 4 basic design principles, complete the proximity discussion by the end of the week. So that's due the 22nd. Start and Adobe XD lessons in your book. You should do 1 and 2. And if you have not, then you need to get that done, or spend some time with the Adobe, becoming familiar with it, the XD. And whenever you open it up, it's going to look like this. And here are some tips that they have here. You can also get into those videos right here. So that's another way to get to tutorials in XD. So there's also, whatever you first pick, what you're going to do for your final project. You'll either do a mobile app where it can be an iPad size. You can do it on a website, but basically this is what you'll do. So what we're going to be doing those things, but what I wanted to be sure that you are aware of is that down here on the home page, after you completed the welcome and got your Adobe ID set up free and your XD downloaded, you'll notice here is the proximity discussion that I was talking about that's due Tuesday night. And in this, you need your Dawn Designer's book. You'll read the introduction and chapter 1 and 2 on proximity. And then you can watch these videos by the author. Once you've watched the videos, and then you will complete the following exercise. Select from one of these deliverables: ads, websites, resumes, term papers, PowerPoint presentations, spreadsheets, or graphs. And you might have, or they could be one of your personal ones. You could have observed one of these items. Um, but either way, if it's out on the internet or if it's a printed copy of something you have, get a photo of the item, show the image, and analyze it using the principle of proximity as defined by the author. So you want to list 3 characteristics that you would change and or display effective proximity in that item you chose. You could choose an item that needs help, LOL, or an item that you can describe why the proximity is great. So I want to see that you understand the design principle called proximity. Then you'll need to comment on two other classmates' discussion. So to get full credit on this assignment, you will need to display an image in your document right here when you reply and post these things, all of them that I've asked you to do, three characteristics of proximity, either that item that you have picture has or needs, and then reply to two other classmates. So let me know if you have any questions about that. But that is what needs to be done this first week. But you'll notice you probably will not be able to see week one uh, until you finish the prerequisites, which is meet the class basically. And I don't know why this week too has that off there, because it should also have the prerequisite that you finish. Okay, so each week I will try to put a little video up there for what needs to be done. But hopefully this helps you to get going. And you guys are about a week behind if you haven't done anything. And I only have one out of the 9 students or 10 students, I think, is in the class that have completed their meet the class. So I hope you all get that done in time so that I don't have to withdraw you from the class. I will also send out an early alert, and maybe that will help. Okay, hope you enjoy the class. Let me know if I can be of help.